Alright, Mount Blade 2 Bannerlord Part 5. Here we go. Adrius is all in on this new faction that he's starting. We are at war with the Battanians right now, as well as the Empire of Varos. We've managed to take a piece out of the Western Empire without having to actually declare war on them yet, which is great. And as you can see here, we are about to take yet another piece of the Western Empire by besieging Baron Castle. Now, we have the garrison outnumbered almost 2-1. However, there is a little force sitting just outside ready to attack us. Now, we have a battering ram pretty much finished here, and in a moment it will be. Once it's done, we're going to attack. I don't like attacking with battering rams when there are 4 ballista pointed at us, but it is what it is. If anybody shows up to reinforce these guys, they're going to attack us and it's all off. So we need to do this now while we have the opportunity. And the nice thing about a smaller party being around is that once we take this, we can potentially run right back out and try to barter for peace. If these guys were big enough to defeat us, they might not be so inclined to barter at all. But because we would be the favorite to win that battle, I think Chiefess Myrea, I think she would be a little bit more inclined to talk. Anyways, let's let this ram finish. You can see it's basically finished. And we have an autosave. Okay, ram is done. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and lead this assault. Alright, so how do we want to approach this? Now, wow, this is a literal uphill battle. We can deploy as far forward as we like, but obviously someone will need to push the ram. And I don't really see ladders. I'm sure there's probably some here. I can't get a good look though. That's as high as it will let me move the camera. But potentially there. And I'm guessing probably not here. Maybe over there or something. I don't know the layout of this all that well. I wonder if... it seems a bit out of the way, but potentially all the way back around. Either way, I think what we're going to want to do is our cavalry, valuable as they are going to be the best shock troops that we have. And actually, I should probably not be the one commanding them. Marius is going to be our cavalry commander. Nathanos will be our infantry commander. But I'm going to... That's fine. None of them are mounted. I'm going to deploy the cavalry like right here. And just charge them in immediately. There should be ladders. The quicker we get on those ladders, the quicker we get into the enemy. And prevent them from shooting at us. And that should provide cover for the team advancing the ram. Because, again, there are 4 ballista. They're going to be shooting at the ram the entire time. The archers can take up their positions wherever and trade shots. And I'm assuming the infantry will be the ones that move the ram. They can also rush for the ladders. Whoever's not pushing the ram, obviously. So I think that's probably the best that we can do at the moment. In fact, let's put you guys like right on top of it. I want that thing moving immediately. Archers, where are you right now? I'm going to deploy you further up. I'd like for them to kind of take up positions in here and potentially over there as well. Let's get them in a loose formation, though. I don't think it matters with these guys. They should be running to the ladders as quickly as possible. And I don't know if it makes a difference for you, but you know what? Let's try it out. All right, deploy. So you guys are, in fact, taking up the ram. Fantastic. Archers are spreading out. Cavalry, I need you to charge. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't see anybody on that ballista yet. I didn't need to waste that arrow, but I always forget I can let go of it whenever I want. Let's start shooting this guy. If I can, like, stun lock him with arrows... that would probably be the best thing for our men. Oh, nobody's on it. Where'd you go? Am I not really doing much, huh? Probably not worth sitting there. Ouch. Alright, let's get into cover. I'm not seeing anybody on these ladders. I don't know what the deal is. There's got to be ladders over here. Ouch. Okay. Ladders. Where are the ladders? There are no ladders. Okay. Well, that makes this a bit more difficult. It looks like we are getting kills, though. So that's nice. Just dodge that. I'm not really the best archer, so trading shots with enemy archers is not really playing to my strengths here. Ouch. Alright, that's one down. Maybe I can get this guy at least. Okay, that one's down. I gotta watch out for you. But I'd like to maneuver... Wow, somebody just went flying. If I could sneak some arrows through into that ballista, that'd be great. Alright, time to get back into cover. Well, the ram is here, so don't need to wait around much longer. I'll do what I can to keep covering. Oh, hello. My health. Where'd you go? Come on. I might be a bit exposed here. That guy has a lot of armor. That guy has an absurd amount of armor. Damn. He knew what I was doing. Alright, are we through? Looks like we're at least partway through. Yep, we're in. Let's lead this charge as much as we can. Come on, go. No, no. Push it. Oh, we weren't actually through. This is actually... I'm probably going to die because of friendly fire, so I'm going to get back. We've almost depleted their entire garrison, though. There's not many of them left alive. You know what? It might be easier to, like... Can we damage it that way? No. Not significantly, anyways. Alright. They don't seem interested in... Oh, they're not interested in the murder hole because we've captured it. Sorry. Did he just die? Did I kill him? I honestly can't tell. We are losing men to our own men, though. If that makes any sense. Let's see. Where are they? Looks like they're mostly over there. I don't see anybody behind us, so I'm just going to start shooting into the crowd. The guy just got swallowed up. Okay, so battle is won, and we had 2 soldiers distinguish themselves this time. One of our Eques Tagmata and one of our Evocati. So we're obviously going to promote both of them. And previously, so this guy was the Eques Tagmata. Could use a scout, so it might be worth going the scouting route. Tactics, roguery, charm, leadership, trade, stewardship, medicine. Let's see. If I went with tactics and or leadership, we could potentially have another party leader to employ. So that's a thought as well. How many of these can I select, by the way? All of them? Well, why wouldn't I just select all of them? Um, figure out how to keep this fair. I think I'll do one selection for this first tier, and then the second tier, because it's less points, maybe we'll do 2 or 3. So skill, or round 2 skill focus. We'll say tactics, leadership, and how about stewardship? All right, so this is the Evocati. Athletics. He already should have quite a bit of athletics. It might be nice to have another smith. Tactics, roguery, charm, leadership, trade. Potentially another engineer too. If we wanted to make, is it Kaleem? I think it's Kaleem. If we wanted to make him into like a governor, for example, then we would need a new engineer for our party. So it might be a good idea to have a backup. We are also playing with character death. So if he dies, we don't have an engineer. So I think going engineering, and for whatever reason, these are slightly lower. So maybe I'll pick 2. I'll do engineering and smithing for him as well. And we'll just kind of have a backup. Medicine, charm, or blah, blah, blah. Sure, we'll do those 2. And then let's do another thing into smithing, engineering, and that's tough. Roguery, tactics. Sure, tactics. Okay. So we have 2 castles now. Let's see, how many men did we lose? 45 with another 50 wounded. That's honestly not too bad. I guess it really depends what we lost. It looks like legionaries, ballistarius. Those are our crossbowmen. What did you lose? A bunch of recruits and tier 1 or tier 2 archers. So honestly, yeah, most of the losses were from our brother's party, and they were tier 1 and 2 units. So really not that bad. We did free 60 troops in the process, so we've more than recouped what we lost. I'm just going to take them all because we're going to throw them all in the garrison. And these guys, I'll take all of them as well because I'll probably just ransom them. Now, let's see here. We'll just level everybody up. I don't see any reason not to. Oh, I had 2 there. And then, oh, the Contarius is ready to become a cataphract. Or at least one of them was. Sure, sure, sure. Keep going. Cool. Wow, Marius is very close to death there. So this cataphract is going to go up at the top of the list. Somewhere in here. Alright. Over, that's fine. We'll share the loot with our troops. Again, you can't see it now, but we're at about 620,000 dinars. So we are quite wealthy. I've been putting a lot of it toward boosting construction in the other castle. Blah, blah, blah. That's fine. We lost a little bit of prosperity, but we were merciful. And so because we're also Imperials, it should turn around relatively quickly. Let's manage the garrison. And there was a companion here, interesting enough. Yeah, I was going to say, cow thief, you're probably cruel. So, not interested in taking you on, but I will leave all of these Imperial troops behind. And whatever else we can find as well. But I'm hoping to make peace here. So, I don't think we'll need to immediately go into another fight, but we will certainly see. Quickly, let's manage the castle and see what they're doing. So loyalty is awful. There's a high risk of rebellion, but it is turning around. Food should be more than okay. Militia 2 is okay, I guess. They're currently building a barracks. I'm honestly not concerned about that at all. So, oh, wrong thing. That's fine. We'll completely clear the queue. Food reserves are great and all, but I think what we need is probably going to be... Security is pretty low. Loyalty... Drift is high, but that's because the loyalty is so low. Let's see. Prosperity... Let's just do festivals and games for now to keep everybody as happy as possible. I'm going to dump like 20k in here just to really turn things around. I might need to hang out here for a bit as well. Because there cannot be a rebellion so long as you're actually occupying the fief. Alright. Who leveled up? Did I level up? No. Just the two new characters. So this is the cavalry guy that we decided to give a bit of scouting to. Potential party leader. I'll figure out the perks I want for him off camera. Same for Zeracles here. I've done it already for the other troops that were promoted, but for whatever reason, when I put them in my brother's party, they left, and so I know where they are because I can check in the encyclopedia. I just need to go actually get them. They're not in either party right now. Right, so I'm actually going to keep all the prisoners I have with me because we're just going to go ransom them right now. So we will leave, and I'm going to talk to the chiefess here and see if we can't barter for peace. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, we're going to win this battle. Don't kid yourself. But I'd prefer there not be a battle at all. Yeah, Thractori, that's the other one we took. Okay. Let's see. Oh, she's cruel as well and devious. Probably not the person I want to be bartering with, but what exactly am I proposing? Well, our realm should make peace. What would it take for that to happen? About 100k. I think I'm willing to spare that right now. Actually, what if we release him? How much does that... He's not worth much. Not even 5k. All right, then we won't release you. I don't care about all these Vlandian lords, though. It seems like you've taken the entirety of that faction prisoner. Okay. Well, I'm happy to pay it if it means that we don't have to worry about them trying to take these castles back for a bit. So, let's do it. Okay, so we've made peace. And I'm going to take my leave now. Now, that doesn't mean we're entirely safe. We still do have the Empire of Varos down here that would potentially still come and try to attack us. Oh, I gotta talk to you again. Where is this? Oh, I have a new assignment. I want your party in my army. Yes. For whatever reason, he likes to leave. So let's get back in here. We need to wait a bit. Otherwise, again, there's a potential for rebellion. What's happening here? Oh, right, you guys. I'm not going to recruit any of them. Let's wait until we're up to probably about 25 loyalty. Because then there should be no chance for... Actually, let me see where we're at now. I know that was only like 2 seconds, but we're at 17. So, yeah, once we're above 25, especially at the rate that we're going, there should be virtually no chance of it. But until then, there is a relatively high chance. This is also a great opportunity for us to level up our medicine skill. It's actually gone up twice just while we're sitting here because there's so many troops that need to heal. Alright, so we just leveled up, and I'm guessing it was because we gained a point in stewardship, potentially. How are we doing here? So we're at 30. I think it's probably safe for us to leave. At the very least, there's not as much of an opportunity for rebellion. This doesn't seem to be contributing a whole lot. So it might be a better idea to start building a militia grounds. That's going to give us a higher bonus to our militia. Right now we gain 2 militia per day. We want to make sure that that's as high as possible because that's like free garrison troops. And let's see. Beyond that, they've really neglected the buildings down here. The food production looks okay, but that will get lower and lower as our garrison gets higher and higher. So that's something we will need to deal with eventually. But I think we'll see more long-term benefit by doing the militia first, because as soon as this is done, that's +1 every day. That really adds up. Of course, with like food, for example, that's true too, but so long as we have enough food, it doesn't really make a difference immediately. We'll obviously want to work on all of these, but I think that's a good start. Settlement morale. Construction. Yeah, let's do workshop next. And I'll probably come back and do... I don't know, honestly. Yeah, we could do fairgrounds. I don't know what exactly settlement morale does, because there's no direct correlation here. Right? So, like, loyalty isn't dependent on morale as far as I can tell. It's dependent on security. And then drift tries to keep it at 50. So if you're above 50, your drift will be negative, and then if you're below 50, your drift will be positive. Obviously, food doesn't seem to have any impact by morale, nor does militia, nor does the garrison. So I don't know what morale contributes to, or if it's even implemented yet. So honestly, it might not be worth it in that case. Yeah, let's do these two, and then I'll come back for maybe another round of boost to militia. I'd honestly like to focus on the walls too. Alright, so let's go ahead and leave, and we're gonna go check on our other castle, and then I'll probably dip into Sargo, where we can do a little bit of business. Cool. I'll grab all of you, honestly. So I think our brother might be a little bit understaffed. His army might be anyways. So let's see. Like to manage your troops and or prisoners. Yeah, he can take on a few extra. How many prisoners do you have? None? Well, I'm going to take both of you and you and you. And I'm going to give him the archers potentially, or at least the... Oh, I should have left these guys in the garrison. Whoops. I'll give him the recruits, the Osculcators and the Manalatos, or the pikemen. And yeah, I meant to leave the archers in the garrison, so we should probably do that. Okay, so that frees up quite a bit of space in my party. Thractore Castle's been besieged by the Emperor of Varos. Let's just call it Varos. How many men does he have, though? 293. So it's kind of a bold move by him, honestly. I don't think he can actually take the castle. It might be better for me. Like, what is your army composition? Veteran. Oh, wow. He's got 40 veteran Elephtheroi. 30 tier 2 archers. I'm not seeing any other big chunks. Recruits are only 10. So it's honestly a relatively veteran army that he's employing here. If we grab some more troops, though, we might be able to rival his party size and just defeat him in a field battle. Wow, that is a lot of cavalry. We'll take it all. Okay, and if we go over here, that's actually something I didn't quite look at, was how many cavalry he's employing, but it's almost certainly not as many as we're about to. Okay. So, let's talk to... Wait, I leveled up. We should probably deal with that. I completely forgot. Did we gain... We didn't gain any perks. That's interesting. Where do I want to focus this then? Leadership should probably get a focus point because we are leading an army right now, and we're going to continue to lead an army for a while. So that should go there. In fact, because we have our brother and other companions, I don't really ever foresee us not leading an army because there's really no reason not to. We don't have to spend influence at all. Maybe vigor? I mean, we have plenty of buffer room there, but we do eventually intend to cap these skills out, so it's going to have to go there eventually. Or endurance. Let's go endurance now. But we will go vigor as well soon enough. Alright, I needed to talk to you. So can he take on... Yeah, he can take on a few more. You can have all 3 of them. All 4 of them. And... yeah, that works out. Okay. Fantastic. What are we at in total? About 250. Let's head back up here. Now, if we really wanted to, I could spend some of my men's lives to break into the siege. But I don't really see a point in doing that because the size of the garrison currently is almost as big as his party and about the same size as my party or my army. And so if I break in, even if it costs me 50 men, that's going to put us at well over his army size, and he's probably just going to abandon the siege immediately. The AI is not very aggressive in their choices to assault. During a siege, they're far more likely to just back out if they don't have an overwhelming advantage. And so I would basically be spending 50 men to make him run away, I guess. Is there anywhere I can get a few more men? The other issue is I'm kind of at my limit. I can take on a couple more, but it's not going to be much of a difference. But I have 84 cavalry in total. He has slightly more than that if you combine cavalry and horse archers. He has a lot of archers as well. And infantry's about even. Yeah, so he has us beat in every aspect, which I guess you can do when you have an extra 40 men. So this is tough. This is tough. If I wanted to... what I could do is take... let's look at our clan. So we have Marius with us right now. So let's look at our party really quick. I have Marius with me. I could turn him into a party leader, and he would be able to take on more troops. Also, either of these two guys would be potential options. So let's see. I'm going to go to the clan screen. We're going to go to parties. And if I created a new one, stewardship 1, 27, 55. I'm not seeing the new guy. Also, why is it acting like he's part of my group? That's kind of weird. Anyway. So I guess it'll have to be Marius then, right? And then where are we going to get the troops? Let's go to Sargo and see if there's any mercenaries. We should have a while before... If they even go ahead with the assault, it'll take them a while to take it. And I imagine they'll want to... Oh, good. Dorian's here. Oh, and there's a tournament. Okay. Let's go to the tavern. We'll ransom all of these guys. There's 5 mercenary cavalry here, but they're probably not going to make much of a difference. So we can recruit all of you. And that would fill out our brother's party at the very least. So, I mean, we may as well, right? We're trying to get more men. So he can hold 5. I think we took more than 5. We'll give you those 6. And I thought there was an archer or 2. Did we not get the archers? I don't know. But to bring him back under, I'll take this cavalry. And that brings me to my maximum. Okay. No. So let's talk to... Actually, let's take care of this. Let's wait a little bit. As soon as it's daylight, we'll take part in the tournament. That might up my troop capacity a little bit. Okay, so let's skip, and then we will bet as much as we can. Oh, right, we're in Vlandian territory, so we're not fighting with sword and board all the time now. Wow, you are resilient. All right, there we go. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Let's skip that one. And is it worth betting again? I suppose. Gonna be up against our brother this time. I'm gonna try to knock out yellow and red first to see if we can get our brother to advance. I mean, either way, we're gonna have to fight him in the next round, but it'd be cool to go one-on-one. Rather than he just kind of get dropped from the tournament unceremoniously. I mean, he's pretty tough, so I imagine he can handle himself against yellow, but we'll see. Yeah, it looks like he did, and he's coming up on us from behind right now. Ouch. Damn it. My follow-up did not work very well there. Yeah. Clan Stilikos. Hit him in the back. Alright, this is a preview for the next round. Down he goes. Okay. So these are both our companions. Looks like Dorian took that round. I can almost get double my money there. Oh, this makes things interesting. I am not very proficient with polearms or two-handed weapons. Oh god. He's too quick. Too quick with the feints. I'm better off just swinging. There we go. If I was playing on a lower difficulty, I could probably sit there and chamber him, but not on max difficulty. Alright, so here we go. Adrius against Dorian. Who will probably rename this episode. But for now, it's one of our veteran legionnaires who's earned himself a name and is about to give us a run for our money in this tournament here. Oh, he lowered his guard for a second, and we took it. Okay, 9 renown, 5 influence, and effectively a bunch of cash. Curious if that renown upped our troop capacity at all. I'm gonna sell a bunch of stuff right now because we have a bunch of loot from the battle as well. So we're at 500k after investing in our castle and paying off the Battanians. We'll see if we end up right back at 600k after unloading all this loot. So with all of the armor, ranged weapons, shields, and horse armor sold, it looks like we'll make about 110,000 dinars, which puts us pretty much right back where we were at the start of the episode. So all in all, I think we made a net profit on this war, which is great for us. I think we already cleaned you guys out. Oh, I didn't recruit the archer for some reason. There we go. I thought I did. What do we have going on for level ups? Looks like, oh, cool. I actually picked up 2 perks during that tournament. So we have Duelist, which is going to give us more damage while wielding a one-handed weapon with no shield. I don't know that we'll ever do that. But double renown from tournaments. So that would help us get to higher tiers for our clan sooner. And probably make it easier to hit those like 5th and 6th tier in the late game. The alternative is Trainer, so we get 2 additional hit points, which is great. I love stacking hit points. Melee troops gain 5% more experience after every battle. That's also good. I feel like we're not having any issues leveling up our troops, though. So Duelist might be the way to go here. Even though the first perk we'll probably never benefit from, these both offer a little bit of utility, but I think that second perk, the double renown from tournaments, is just too good to pass up. So I'm going to go Duelist. With pole arms, we have Braced, which is going to dismount any of my enemies whom I damage for over 25% of their total hit points. So any couch lance hit that didn't kill would dismount, or at least 25% chance to dismount. Captain perk, infantry troops in our formation have their damage increased by 10% against cavalry. Or we have thrust, so thrust attacks with polearms have 30% more chance to knock opponents back. And a governor perk we will not be able to utilize. I think braced makes more sense here if we do end up an infantry captain or even a cavalry captain during a siege, because I think that counts as long as they're on foot. They would benefit, and dismounting enemy cavalry is nice because even if you don't get the kill, you effectively handicap them. So let's go with that, and that looks like all I have. Right, so that appears to be it for that. Okay. I don't know that 5 Valandian caravan guards is going to make much of a difference here. Actually, you know what? Let me poke into the smithy real quick and take care of these. Alright, so Dorian is henceforth going to be known as Arturius, aka Arthur Blackheart. So thank you for Michael Wareham for submitting that character. So he was wrongly accused of assassinating one of his family members and is currently on the run. So we'll be referring to him under the pseudonym Arturius since he's with the Imperials, but we'll pretend that he is part Valandian, since I believe that's what his character backstory implied. So we have created a new party with him at the head, and he is going to be hopefully leading some more troops for us. We've also had another addition, Remus the Rat, who was formerly one of the promoted legionnaires from previous episodes, and he is going to be our resident rogue. Now, he's a rogue with a heart of gold. As you can see, he's calculating, yes, but he's also merciful and daring. And so The rat moniker comes from his kind of rodent-like features, and also, you know, his kind of slippery thief abilities, I guess we can call it. So any roguery that we need done, he's going to be the one to do it. But again, we're not going to get into anything too dastardly here. Just, you know, a little bit of chaotic good shenanigans. He's also potentially going to lead our skirmishers, so his perks are geared very much toward mobility. And as you can see, he's very good at throwing and athletics. So my hope is that eventually, as we continue to grow our army, right now 250 is what we're running around with, but that's not a lot in the grand scheme of things. So once we have armies of like 500 or 1,000, I would like to eventually... I don't think I have any in my party. But the Exculcators and the Madiarii are both dedicated skirmisher units. And so I'd like to have a screening force in front of our main line. And he would be the captain of that force, is sort of what I'm planning. So let's go recruit a bit more now that we have an extra. I think he can carry about 85 men with him. I might want to go west, actually, because there's not going to be much east of here. We kind of already cleaned them out. We'll hit these 3 villages and then just offload all of them to him. Now, these are all going to be recruits. So we're basically just throwing more bodies at the enemy here. But they do have shields and they have spears, so it's something that the enemy will have to consider, right? Like, they're not nothing. They're not looters, as some looters pop in. But they are not the toughest troops. Wow, we really did poorly on that recruitment drive, didn't we? Let's hand them over. It looks like Arturius actually did grab some troops for himself, and I'm willing to bet Nathanos probably did too. Let me see your party. Yeah, he grabbed a couple of recruits for himself. We're going to give him the rest too, just because I'm already at capacity here. Remus the Rat, let's get you higher up our list here. We're going to put you right there for now. And you can have an archer too. Okay. So 273. Let's go check on... Oh, is the siege over? Siege might be over. I don't see the symbol anymore. I didn't think they would go through with it. They didn't have nearly the amount of men they needed. Now, they might go after Varen Castle, so we should probably head in that direction. Actually, let's just double check that this did indeed stop. Yeah, it's gone. Okay. So Varen... Oh, I didn't mean to pop into the village here, but looks like they've already replenished, so we should probably take those guys on. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to offload them as well. So let me know what you guys think, but I'm considering, as I build up more and more parties full of companions, or led by companions, I'm considering breaking them up depending on the troop type. So we would have, like, my party could be all cavalry, for example, or maybe all legionnaires, and then our brother could have all of the cavalry, and Arturius could have all of the archers, something to that effect. Anyway, just to keep things a little bit more organized, but I don't know if that's necessarily the most optimal way to do it, or what the best way is to do it. That seems like a lot of passing troops back and forth, if I'm being honest, but it might be the best thing to do. So... Loyalty is at 37. It unfortunately slowed down quite a bit after we left. But 37 should keep us out of the danger zone in terms of rebellions. I think so long as we're above 25, should be fine. And it is going up, so, I mean, that's nice as well. Yeah, I think the loyalty drift just shrunk a ton. It would also help if we had a larger garrison here. The bigger the garrison, the greater the security rating, which is going up as well. But the better the security rating, the better our loyalty as well. That plays directly into it. So I think the walls potentially help with that too. It doesn't indicate it here, but I think it might. So 22 days for our militia grounds, which will also help with security. And it looks like we have workshops queued up next, which I think is the same thing that we started with down at Thraktore. And actually, I meant to check on what was building there, and then, of course, it was under siege, so we didn't get around to it. It's like we're almost to 100 stewardship, too. That's fantastic. So let's manage our castle. Looks like we're working on the workshop right now. Right, because this particular castle didn't have a lot of these built up, other than the militia grounds, which is nice. So how long on that one? Are you going to tell me? Oh, right here, right in front of my face. 20 days. All right, that's not too bad. And then the walls are going to take a really long time, but we still have to do the Castellan's office as well. I think we'll be okay. We have our own little, well, I shouldn't say kingdom, because I think we're going to go more for a republic here. And actually, on that note, I think we are, yeah, we're clan tier 3, so if we finish our current story quest, we just need to talk to a few more nobles. We will be able to advance the story and potentially start our own faction, at least in earnest, rather than, you know, how we've kind of just claimed some land currently. To that end as well, I think we need to start looking at marriage candidates. So our brother is going to need to be married, and actually if we go to a town, so I don't want to go back to Sargo next necessarily. Let's go, probably not south. Let's go back to Lagada. Maybe we'll do a bit of recruiting on the way. But if I go to a tavern, I think there's an option to set up a marriage for our brother. We gain 5 renown. Just passively? Okay, I'll take it. And we got a nice mixture of troops here. I'm sure we'll get some in Lagada as well. Okay, one of our companions is here. I'll probably just leave them here because we don't have to pay their upkeep while they're hanging out in town, and I honestly don't really have a purpose for them at the moment other than eventually turning them into your characters, right? So until I do that, he's just another guy. So let's see, arrange marriage for a clan member. So Nathanos, continue. Marry minor noble, marry a peasant. So we have all of these options here. Are these only for the west? Actually, no, because Regea is in here. So yeah, definitely not. I'm not going to marry her. Maybe Panalea? Can I actually look at them in the encyclopedia? So charm, engineering, leadership. Steward and trade are pretty high. So she would make a decent governor, I think. And if we're looking at this from a roleplay perspective, I believe Valenti, is she the right Panalea? Am I thinking of the right one? Hold on. Let me get into something here. So, oh, I don't want to be in the west, though. I want to be in the north. So Northern Empire. We want to be looking at... So she was from Valentes, but Neretzes is where the previous emperor, or the previous emperor's clan, right? So that would lend, if we married our brother into that clan, for example, that would lend some legitimacy to our faction, I believe. Something up with my green screen? No. Okay. So we have a couple of options. We have Hippolytia, 23. She's generous. Not a very good character, though. We have Kalia, who is a better character, but is cruel, so she is not an option. Eudicea, too old. I say too old because I think over 45 they can't have children. That's an in-game mechanic. She's cruel, so that she's off the list, and she's just not a very good character. Okay, so that clan is not great. Valentes here is a small clan, but we do like Tasnor. Tasnor is one of our favorite lords from a previous playthrough, so I wouldn't mind joining back up with him. And she is a better character than any of the ones that we looked at from the other clan. And she is generous and honest, so she fits kind of the character personality that we're looking for. So I think Panalea would be a good choice for our brother. She's a little bit older than us, but she's still younger than him and still has plenty of years of fertility left. It feels weird talking about people like that, but it is a factor that we need to consider in this case. So Nathanos, I think we're going to marry you to Panalea. Yeah, let's do it. You can pay a fee to have Panalea marry into your clan, or alternatively, you would be offered a gift if you had Nathanos marry into their clan. If the selected spouse is the leader of their clan, your family member can only marry into their clan. I want them to join our clan. I'm not letting my brother leave. So we'll click our clan. We'll marry Panalea. They will become part of your clan. You will pay a marriage. We'll just call it a dowry of... I mean, that's nothing. Yeah. Do it. So Panalea married Nathanos. I gained a bunch of charm. And our brother gained a bit of charm as well. We need to keep working on our charm, by the way. So now he's married. Let's see. Did it register in here yet? So Panalea is his friend and his spouse. Yeah. So it did, in fact, register. The issue now is that she needs to basically stick with him for a while if they're going to have any children. So we need to figure out what the best way to do that is. Because I would generally leave her as a governor, right? That's probably the most efficient use for her. But I don't want to leave him behind because I need his party. And I don't know that it's going to be easy to bring her around with us. I don't know if she's in my party, does that still mean they're together because we're in the same army? Or is it only going to work if she's actually in his party? That's something I'm not quite sure about. I guess if we have to, we can just put her as a governor, which is probably what long-term she's going to be doing anyways. And then if we have to leave Nathanos behind, we could move his troops over to somebody else and have another companion kind of take over his role temporarily. So that might be worth doing. Is there a way for me to interact with her? Let's see. We're going to send a messenger to her so that we can get her to come join us. And you know what? While we're at it, there's a few other characters we need to talk to. Let's look at clan leaders. Faction leaders, I should say. So we still haven't spoken to... Who haven't we spoken to? We haven't spoken to Caladog. He was in prison last time we tried. So let's send a messenger his way as well. And we'll start advancing our quest. Now, did I gain a... Yeah, I gained a charm perk. So, Oratory. 1 renown and influence for every issue resolved, and every time we defeat an enemy lord, we gain 1 relationship with a random notable of our faction. Or, Warlord. Increase influence gain from battles by 30%, and every time we defeat an enemy lord, we gain +1 relationship with a random lord of our faction. That's by far the better choice, in my opinion. So let's lock that in. And is there anything going on in the tavern here? We can get some Imperial Caravan Guards. I don't think that's necessary, though. So, you know what? I will bring Porcles back into... Oh, I didn't need to talk to him. Yeah, join my party. It's just going to make it easier if I decide to rename him for any of you guys, so we'll just bring him in the party now. That is a rather large party of bandits. And it's been a little while since we've gotten into a good fight. So, I say, let's keep the men from getting too rusty. Okay. How many people do we actually deploy with in these battles? Looks like 220 or so. So not the full 300 that we actually have. I wonder if I'm going to need to download a mod that lets me alter battle sizes. Let's see. So you're in charge of the archers. Nathanos is in charge of the infantry. Actually, you know what? I think you're probably better suited to it, if I'm being honest, because your athletics is the highest. Remus would also be a good choice because his athletics is equally as good. But he's more geared toward throwing. This guy's more geared toward melee combat, if I recall correctly. Then we have Marius here, and we'll have Arturius be the other captain, I guess. And I'll just roll with my brother, and I should probably... I don't know if I can do that. Let's see. Formation 5. Cavalry. No units. Nathanos. So he'll be the only one. I'll just tell him to stick with me. So there's water over here. You know what? The enemy's going to deploy there probably. Why don't we set up our archers here? Take the infantry. We'll go shield wall. And then we'll spread them out like 2 deep across there. Let's see. Group 3. We're going to put you here. Group 4, we're going to put you here. And 5, you're going to go there, and I'm going to have you just follow me around. So 5, stick with me. Stilikos brothers are just going to hang out together. So they're pretty far out there. Now, their cavalry should have a hard time harassing us because we're on, not quite an island, but we do have water sort of protecting us on either side, or every side almost. The question is, how effective are our archers going to be at this range? I would wager not very effective, but the enemy is moving, so I'm inclined to let them just keep skirmishing because we're going to hit something eventually, and if the enemy's moving closer, then they're just, you know, walking into our fire. I don't see any reason to stop shooting. And yeah, it looks like the shots are on target. They are falling into that group of cavalry, so why not just let them keep shooting? Let's see. They've got 21 over there. That's the bulk of their forces there. I'm inclined to take one of our cavalry wings and go smash them up. Let's do that. So group 4, why don't you follow me? I think this is probably the easiest place to cross right here. We'll see what they decide to do. I'm going to try to ride as close as I can before issuing the charge order because I don't want my cavalry to break off and attack the infantry. Alright, go ahead and charge. I'm just going to block. And I think we did alright there. It sure looks like it. Wow. That's kind of cool heraldry they've got there. Oh, you cut him down already. Okay, so we're going to let our cavalry... Oh, no, we're not. We're not going to let them continue fighting because they went off to harass the infantry. Their infantry doesn't look like it's moving, though, so I think we're going to tell ours to advance. But yeah, we decimated that entire flank. Looks like that one's not moving at all. Oh, there's a couple of you left, isn't there? Oh, I should get this straggler. You're not getting on that horse, buddy. Oh, I accidentally hit the horse. 77, that's not too bad. Do one of you guys get him? Let's see, group 3. I need you to go attack them, and I'll issue a charge order when they get closer. Infantry, form up right there. I don't like the way that you're advancing in a column. Screw it, infantry charge. You guys kind of botched that. Alright, cavalry charge. Archers, stay right where you are, and group 4, go ahead and charge as well. I probably should have given that order earlier. But you're on their flank, it'll be fine. I'm actually going to try to get behind the enemy here and dismount. Just because this is going to get me some athletics XP, which I need. Get back here. Alright, good job. Let's see, I'll try not to hit my own horse. Alright. Let's get mounted back up. And battle's over. We had 2 more. You know, I'm honestly getting companion characters faster than I know what to do with, so I'm actually not going to take these 2 on. Just because we already have so many. It seems like every time we fight a reasonable sized battle, we get some, so I'll probably hold off until I need a new character. Alright, so we lost 12. So it looks like we have 39. So it looks like we have 39 prisoners to take. Let's go ahead and grab all of those. And I wager we have some level ups too. Let's knock those out. Quite a few cavalry level ups to be had. Fantastic. And we'll share our loot like we always do. Right, so I think we'll call it there for today. I've got some organizing of our party and our faction overall that I need to do. We will continue speaking to the various lords as well so that we can complete this quest. And I believe once we've done that, we're going to progress to the next stage, which is that we go talk to somebody who can tell us where to find more pieces of the banner, the dragon banner, which will get us that much closer to starting our own faction. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Bannerlord with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.